Hello and welcome to the Critically Clueless on a Monk, and today we are doing a review for Tropico 6. Yes, that's right, it's 2023. I figured it'd be a really good time to kind of readdress this game, as I have previously released a review for it. It's actually one of the first games I ever reviewed. This game has changed massively in that time, and I actually got my hands on the next gen version of this game, so I figured it'd be an absolute great time to kind of pick this up, have a little look-see at what this game is doing right now. So yeah, welcome to my review. So Tropico 6 is actually published by Calypso Media, and it's on the PlayStation, Xbox, the Switch, and the PC. You name it, you can play it on it. This game is a construction political management simulator game. It has a huge ton of mechanics and different systems that kind of intertwine into each other. This is a huge strategy game. It's a very, very long, in-depth game. It's certainly not going to be a game that you're going to be able to complete and say, boom, I have done inside 24 hours. I really personally like the sandbox mode, although this does actually have quite an in-depth and lengthy campaign as well. This game does come with an inbuilt tutorial, although personally, since my last try at the tutorial and again jumping back into it, hasn't really changed too much, and the tutorial still needs work because this game is so massive. It's hard for companies to actually build a tutorial to manage these games and to be able to actually explain everything that needs to be explained. It's bare bones, the tutorial. However, this is an old game now, so there's plenty of content out there for you guys to seek out if you want to jump into this game and understand the different mechanics separately. Personally, this game always reminded me of, like Sim City, where you got to design a city and make sure it run really well. You got the different management systems to see where you need power, where you need food, where you need transport. Even, the amount of, because unfortunately you can actually be like attacked as well. So you need to make sure that your kind of like world or your country can defend itself as well. You can also do funny little missions like robbing up the Statue of Liberty from another world. Tropico 6 or Tropico typically is about you having control of an island. Tropico 6, you actually get to control multiple islands at once. But the whole point of it is that you have to manage the different systems. If you neglect anyone's system for too long, then you and your country are not going to be doing well, and it's going to be unbalanced, and therefore that's going to be something you have to address. You're going to end up losing population, you're going to end up losing relations, and you're just not going to be thriving. So I love the amount of systems that are in this game. I love the amount of time and how in-depth this game actually is. Since playing the original in the last couple of years, this game has been released. This next gen version that I am playing plays so smoothly. I had so many visual bugs and dashboards in the last version that I played, but pleased to announce that the next gen version plays very smoothly. It's a really nice kind of, I had no issues. This game worked as intended, which is always nice to have. Now, this game already has a ton of DLCs, making it bigger, bolder, better, and more complicated. However, never has there been a better time to jump into Tropico 6, in my opinion, because the latest DLC is New Frontiers. Yes, that's right, guys. You can take your civilization now into space, build a space rocket, complete certain missions, and eventually be able to actually launch your rocket into space and colonize Mars. Now, this game at the moment is retailing at around £35, depending on which platform you're buying it on, But as I said, this is an old game now, so you can actually pick this up relatively cheap. And New Frontiers is retailing at around $12.99. So it's a really good, cheap DLC to kind of pick up and play, and to kind of, add a decent expansion to your game. Yes, it is a late game. However, you can actually play in sandbox mode. I love sandbox mode, guys. You get absolutely everything, you're able to do everything within it and customize all the settings. That way you can just enjoy the game rather than having to grind it out, if you want things a little bit easier. Anyway, and of course, being able to straight go to this new DLC and check out all those features. I took advantage of that personally, and very much so enjoyed it as well. Another gripe I had in my first review is that silly little things like road connections just wouldn't quite work. However, I'm pleased to say that now playing it works absolutely fine. Yes, it can still be a little bit clunky, and I think having so many options to choose from, so many different items that you can use, the game is going to be a little bit clunky, especially on consoles, because you're trying to get through so many different windows and things like that. However, like I said, for the most part, everything seemed to work absolutely brilliantly. Now, in a game this big and this in-depth, especially when it comes to, management system games, you can kind of forgive the developers for not adding any voice acting within this game. However, pleased to announce that Tropico 6 does actually have voice acting in it, and some absolute hilarious lines to boot as well.
So I filled in this lovely form explaining who I am. Now,
I'll be with you in a minute, Presidente. I'm just counting my money. Only joking. I wouldn't be with you in this lifetime if I had to count my fortune first. Mason Belmonte's the name, and money loves me, Presidente. And you know what? The more I have, the more I want.
Now, like I said, I've reviewed this game before and it scored rather low, although I did still recommend playing the game. However, this next gen version, and with New Frontiers added on, I'm going to give this game an 8 out of 10. I would absolutely pick it up while it's on sale, and look at picking up one or two of the other DLCs as well, just to, extend your gameplay. It's a game that I'd recommend. It's not perfect, it is still a little bit clunky, but it is one that I have enjoyed jumping back into early in 2023. But if you stuck around to the very end of this review, a big thank you to you guys. Don't forget to comment red banana down below, just confuse all those new to the channel or that didn't stay to the very end. Also, don't forget I have actually released a cyberpunk dystopian novel, 7 Broken and Bound, and that is available on Amazon and completely free on Kindle Unlimited. The link for that is down in the description. But until next time, I've been the Monk, we've been Critically Clueless, and I will see you in the next video real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.